But the mere fact that there's a sensitivity to the reaction to a potential pressure campaign confirms something I believe about this. The 50 voters are all human beings, and they're influenced by the factors that will influence potentially anyone on anything. And I say that because Mike Chappell of Fox 59 in Indianapolis, who's got the Colts-affiliated vote for the Hall of Fame, he's one of the two who has disclosed that he did not vote for Belichick, did vote for Kraft, but he says it's asinine to think that voters omitted Belichick because he can be a jerk and they don't like him. I don't think it's asinine for the reason you just explained, because a lot of factors go into the final decisions people make on anything, and there's a lot of discretion, and you never know what it is that's going to tip you one way or the other if you're on the fence. So if there's a pressure campaign, screw that guy. I don't know what I'm going to do, but man, what a pain in the ass. I wasted a half hour talking to 3 different people. Come on. It's not, so we're all susceptible to the things that can influence us. And if there are voters that just don't like Bill Belichick, whether they dealt with him directly or indirectly or just saw his manner on TV when he would be dismissive to somebody who's just trying to do their frickin' job, I definitely believe that could cause someone to say, well, Spygate is something that should be taken very seriously here.
Spygate definitely should be taken seriously. Absolutely.
But I'm saying but my point is, Spygate becomes the pretext for, I just don't like this guy.
I got
this
it.
guy, he's not my kind of guy.
As I say, Mike, I've not asked a soul about this issue. My feeling after, these meetings are 7, 8, 9.5 hours long. And usually in the course of those meetings, you get a sense of what the room is feeling like. And I'll be honest with you, I don't remember one time in 32 years, to give an example, somebody saying, hey, he was a great player, but that Terrell Owens, what a turd. Never heard it. And again, so could it be in the back of their mind or in the front of their minds, and they're not just going to say it? Of course. But I think people are grasping in this particular case, my experience, and I don't know. I've not talked to anybody about why did you do this or what did you do? I haven't. But I just feel like that sounds good and it sounds right. Well, we all hate Belichick, so we wanted to stick it to him. There's a lot of people over the years who've been unpopular with the media who've gotten in the Hall of Fame. Did it affect some? I can't say that it did or it didn't, but it never affected me.
I think absolutely Terrell Owens didn't get in because people didn't like him. Gary Myers was on this program making the argument that 5 different teams couldn't wait to get rid of him. There was a Terrell Owens bias because they didn't like Terrell Owens because he should have been in on the first ballot.
That's different, though. That's different saying 5 teams couldn't wait to get rid of him, because the locker room really is an extension of the playing field. I said it in a positive way with Michael Irvin. I said he's the best locker room guy that I dealt with in all my years covering football. His leadership, his ability to corral guys when it was necessary, he was utterly fantastic. And that counts. That counts. And in the same way, I think that Terrell Owens's divisiveness on many occasions should be a factor. And so, look, some people disagree with that. They think it should be absolutely strictly nothing other than number of catches, number of receiving yards, all that stuff. So, I differ. I think the locker room and divisiveness or, leadership, I think that stuff matters.
Well, and I agree with you on that. My point is, the notion that 5 teams all felt that way, I believed at the time was an overstatement, influenced by a general desire to keep this guy out. We just want to we want to make this guy wait a year. And that's been part of this too, this idea of making him wait a year. That's happened before. There's a difference between being first ballot and being second, third, fourth, whatever. There's an extra distinction that goes along with it. It is de facto upper room if you're first ballot. So let's do this.
Guys.
Let me take a break.
I've always thought this was silly, but we'll take a break, come back. But, name me 10 guys who were first ballot Hall of Famers. I mean, I'm sure you can, but you have to think about it. It doesn't come to the tip of your tongue that Chris Carter got in on the whatever it was. I don't even know I know it wasn't the first, but Mike, I think that's a straw man argument. I really do. But anyway.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.